Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm still playing BIOS Origins. Now the game hasn't seen too many surprises. Once the green player managed to get in the lead, he's pretty much controlling the game totally. And right now also he has a strong map presence with couple of cities in Asia and also in Australia, and he has, he's got a ton of foundations, ideas. He's in the lead when it comes to diversity, so in general, industry, politics, you can see the cities here, and also in the lead in the cultural area. Maybe this is where it is the closest with Orange here. He is only technically he's 2 points ahead because he managed to score one more victory point earlier on, and then he has one more elder. Technologically though, it's kind of interesting. Most of the players are pretty much on the same level except Black, who is pretty much everywhere behind. Okay, so let's start with him. So Black invents glass blowing. The glass industry started in Italy in the late Bronze Age. The discovery that molten glass could be inflated with a blowpipe coincided with the growth of the Roman Empire. So there is no relevant Eureka effect for him here. He doesn't have any H1 technology, so there is no color necessary. He is already at energy 5. No, that's actually not true. Look at that. Yeah, so great. He goes up to energy 5. And that will allow him to build now cities in an easier way. Not sure if that helps him that much. He's in a lot of trouble simply because he's totally isolated, and that isolation is a big problem for him. Because that kind of hinders him from trading with other people. So he's really in a lot of trouble there. At least he can now spread to Madagascar. So it's 1, 2, 3. Because he has now he has the galleys now, so he can cross 2 water spaces. And then he has, there is not, oh yeah, he could actually cultivate here the coconut. So that's something he's gonna do. He's gonna immediately build a city there and cultivate the coconut, which gives him biofuel. This is important for some technologies. That could be a requirement there. And let me see. He's got one more action. He could try to build a city with a prospect action. And I think he's gonna take the gold here. So there we are. Okay, nice. Orange placed a couple of elders here and then spreads here and takes the iron here in India. There's nothing more for him to do here. White. Well, he could try again the science action, but I think there was nothing of interest left of red cards in the lure deck, so I don't know if... No, I don't think so. I don't think I really need these. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the fire. Wait a minute, first we gotta bring this down here. Yeah, so white will trigger now this here. But before he does, he can do an abstract action with his foundation here. Bring another guy to free will. And now everybody moves one space ahead. There we go. Because of the firearms. So everybody moves one space ahead in metallurgy. The martial use of gunpowder began in a small pyrotechnic device attached to a spear. The Chinese fire lance caused shock at the start of a melee. During the 100 Years' War, the age of gunpowder started, eventually making fortification, plate armor, and sword obsolete. Okay. So he can take this thing now as an additional idea. And we'll see if it really helps him that much, but, well, I guess we'll find out about that. So, and then he can spread, or he can build a city, and I think he actually will do the latter. He grabs the pearls here in Arabia, and this is finally his first city. And then he's actually allowed to build another city, and he's going for the honey here in... Has to be a prospect action. So he's going for the honey in Greece. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's that, and it's green player, and he cannot challenge the god right now because, well, he doesn't have any pawns here on the market, any elders. So again, the game seems to drag on for a while now, because obviously the others are not really willing to push it. But I also don't really see... He's the only guy who actually wants to challenge the gods, I think, in this position, because he wants to push the game forward, right? He wants to try to get a scoring done as soon as possible. The others probably not so much. Especially the next card is gonna be the scoring card, so the guy who gets that gets a bellwether, which is an additional advantage here. So, again, a tricky and, yeah, little problematic situation here. Green builds an iron city over here, because there are a couple of cards that need metal cities or biofuel as a requirement right now. I'm gonna build a city here, and then I can domesticate. Well, I could do that. For example, down here. Not sure if I want a war animal or a... Well, over here I already have a war animal, so I think I kind of prefer to do it like this. And yeah, it's insane how much cities I can build. In the end, I can even now cultivate. So I could build a... I could again take the cooked banana. And I'm now already at 9 cities. So there's just one more city that I can build. And this again pushes my footprint up to 4. To the short fallow farming. So what's kind of interesting is these steel fineries and the iron bloomeries. These are exactly the same cards, except for the pictures, obviously. But they have exactly the same technologies on both sides, which is a little odd. They have the same Eureka, the same requirements. So Black can do an artisan action, and he wants to grab one of these, and he takes this away from the green player because, well, obviously the green player is in the lead. And it's kind of fun that now green is in this position where he has to take the cull, although he doesn't profit from the card at all. Black, interestingly, fulfills now the requirement. He's got a metal city here. He's got the gold in South Africa. So they can do the steel fineries. And he doesn't have to do the culling. He has to discard a card because he only has an information of 3. But this is a great card, and it will help him probably significantly. So yeah. I'm not sure which one to discard. Well, yeah, it's hard to tell. Maybe even this one. Oops, God. There we go. Cast iron was converted into malleable iron in charcoal hearth. This introduced steel in Bronze Age to Bronze Age Europe. The steel fineries. And the Eureka brings a new metallurgy, so now also Black goes into the Iron Age. And it gives him really a couple of neat options to improve his technologies. So that is a very strong card for him. Oh, wait a minute. First that was the invention. Now I could spread, but I'm still not there. I'm still isolated. There's no way to spread for me. But I might be able to build a city. But also that isn't possible right now. So let me see what I can do. Not much. I can do an artisan action for now, but then I can improve either my energy or my metallurgy. It kind of sucks. In the end, this card doesn't bring me as much as I was hoping for. I need to go ahead and, for example, here in Maritime, maybe Well, wait a minute here. Shit. I didn't see that. Can spread between C. Okay, I could actually travel around here. I didn't see that. So that means I can do a spread action. Oh, that changes things significantly. Holy moly, I didn't realize that. That is amazing. Okay, great. So, I don't know how long I had that, but that is just great. My problem is I got a footprint of 1. Well, I can do a negotiate action too, which is even better. So I might not want to spread right away, but I can negotiate. And actually I got 2 negotiate actions. This is amazing. So we're going to start right here and go 1, 2, 3, 4 basically. And there I can now do a negotiation with white. And let me see. Let me see where I want to go up. I can improve my technology that way. So I think I want to increase my footprint first. And white, on the other hand, well, for him it's not that interesting. The only thing he can do is he can bring this guy into the free will. That's the last option he has, because all the other things, yeah, he cannot remove a chaos, he cannot gain advance in technology because I'm always everywhere behind him. So that was actually the last thing he could do. Apart from that, he doesn't gain an advantage in trading in me anymore. But for me, it's great. So that was my first trade action. And as a reward for that, I will increase in information. Look at that. Things look better now. And now I got a second trade action. So we're going to do the same thing again. Going to trade again with him. And I increase this, and now I'm finally allowed to also spread between desert, which is obviously great for me. And the funny thing is, I might now be even dangerous for some of the other people, because now I can increase my metallurgy by 1. That's interesting. This is really interesting. So yeah, I guess I want to do that. I'm going to push my metallurgy into the gunpowder age. And now I even have the option to attack here, for example. Pretty cool. You know what, I'm actually considering doing another prayer action and bringing another guy over here. And as an invention, I'm going to take the surgery, I think. Yeah, why not? I need a city as a requirement, which I have. Okay, yeah, why not? Galen, the surgeon of the Roman gladiators, developed medical research, anatomy, physiology, pathology, pharmacology, and neurology. Neurology. I don't know. His influence was unchallenged in the West and East into the early modern age. So we have this little funny thing here, this pseudoscience, which is obviously a flat earth symbol here. And that allows us, similar to the science, we can take a card out of this deck here, of the lore deck, but it has to be a cultural card, while in the science it has to be an industrial card. So this thing goes back into the free will, and now I can actually do a preach action. And you know what? Because this guy stands right next to the city here, I can basically preach that city. And so this is simply exchanged now. So yeah, it's converted in one of my own cities. Pretty awesome. And yeah, I actually forgot to do a spread action. So that can be pretty important, because that will allow me then to, maybe I can then preach next turn too. Not so sure about that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might simply go here, maybe. Okay. So it seems like now green has to bring one of his guys back in here. We'll see. I mean, it's interesting. Green doesn't seem to be under full control now anymore. I mean, he still has the most points, there's no doubt, but he simply cannot trigger. He cannot trigger the scoring. He cannot move on with the game, and everybody else is kind of catching up now more and more. So, yellow or white invents the iron bloomeries. Early smelters in which impurities in iron ore were pounded out, followed by a quench in cold water, were a state secret of the Indo-European Hittites. Their monopoly of cheap iron weapons made them a superpower. Now, wait a minute, I'm not even sure if I can actually take that card. Ah, shit, I don't fulfill a requirement here. I don't have iron. I need either metal or this biofuel, and I have neither. That sucks. So I cannot take that card. I missed that. This is bad because it's a great card. I would have loved to get it. Oh, I guess I'm going to send my scientists. I wonder if I have to take a card if I do the science, or if I may take a card. I think I may take a card, but I'm going to check that. Well, you know, in the end it doesn't matter. There's still an available slot here, so I don't have to destroy anything. So I'm going to see if I will find, maybe I'll find a card that allows me to cultivate. Then I can change this city from here to the biofuel. And look at that. I think this is actually, yeah, that is already a good card. This is the smoking. So I guess I'm going to go with that. Or do I prefer this? Nah, the fire stick farming. I might have to cull that. Gosh. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with the smoking. So yeah, my scientists discovered smoking. Great job, guys. And we're gonna place a grade. Yeah, I mean, this is really not the best thing. It's okay if you have two hands, then it's all right. Okay, at least this allows me to to build a city now somewhere else, but still I have to wait one more turn, and there's a good chance someone else takes it away from me until then. But I cannot change that. So, yeah, let's see what I can do. I can do some inventions. Maybe place a couple of elders in a way that I can bid on the next card. So I think I want to spread with this guy here. And now I can do an urbanization, and you can actually urbanize in a space a second time. What you do is you simply remove that city basically and put it instead here. So now I have this beeswax here, and that will fulfill now the requirements of the iron bloomeries, but I guess someone else will take it. There's at least a good chance, but well, we'll not know that, right? So let me see. My next action would be, well, I got still the option to increase in marine, so I can build ships now, which is pretty good. I got this simple action here, that one, and now I can negotiate, and I think I want to do that because this guy is in the gunpowder age. I'm a little afraid that he might cause some trouble there for me. So I think I'm simply going to go from here and move one of my guys here and trade with this guy. So that means I can now also move in the gunpowder age, and he will have the option to follow me to build ships. And well, as a last action, I could go to war now. If I would want to do that, I could attack someone. Sadly, I cannot attack somebody here because I don't have a war animal, so I cannot attack with this guy. But wait a minute, I could. Yeah, and otherwise I have to start next to a city. I have to siege these cities, so I could not attack green, which is really a shame. I would love to do that. Well, I think maybe I can come to an agreement with orange that we don't. He doesn't convert me. He doesn't use his preach action, and I don't attack him. I think for now we could do that. We have a common enemy, which is green. So I think he is more the guy we want to harm. So yeah, I guess I'm not gonna use my attack action. I could build a city though. Maybe I want to do that, but then again, there's no room for a city here anymore for me. So yeah, also no cities here. So green builds another city here, the pepper. That's what they cultivate here. It's a little questionable what they did. I mean, or what they want to do. What they did now is they placed 3 guys here, 3 elders, hoping that there will be one left so that they can challenge the gods next turn. And I think they will be able to do so. As a second, and I don't know, I mean, you know, I think I want to spread first before I build that city. So, I don't know, I mean, Wow, I could basically go. It's really, there's not that much room left right now. What is interesting for me? And by the way, I also did a prayer action, so now I'm controlling. I'm also having 4 priests, same number as the orange guy does. You know, I think I want to move here to Hawaii. So we can do that. We can go here. So we're sitting here now. This is the same space basically as this one. And then in the next turn, we can also go to the Americas. We'll see if that helps, but I think I want to do that. Yeah. Do I really? I don't know. Yeah, I think I probably will do this. And yeah, what else can I do? Well, not too much, to be honest. I can do the negotiations. And I'm clearly interested in doing this. I got to make sure that I also get my gunpowder H. So I can negotiate either with black or with white. Now I think I'm going to negotiate with white because I don't see black nearby. So that allows me to move to the gunpowder H, and white. It's interesting. Actually, white doesn't have any advantage from this. They are technologically top, at the very top, and they have no chaos. So the only thing that right now gives them the big advantage is all this diversity here. Apart from that, they're not doing that great. And of course, I mean, they have a ton of cities, right? This is also, okay, they got 2 big advantages right now. But it's interesting that technology at some point becomes less and less important, or less and less diverse. But that makes just sense, you know? I mean, in a world, the more the world comes together, the less the technological differences are. I guess, at least. You know what? I think I actually want to do a spread action here, because I just realized, maybe I want to go, yeah, I think I'm going to do now a cultivate. I'm going to cultivate the crabs here, which is my last city now. Goes here. And that allows me to increase my footprint by 1. So I'm now industrial monocultural. And this is it. I think I'm going to upload this. It's odd, we didn't even advance a single epoch card. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen next turn, because this guy now has 3 elders out there. And yeah, the game kind of balances out at least a little bit. But this is of course still the main issue. He's got all these diversity icons here, and it's going to be very, very hard for the other people to catch up. One reason is there are not that many left, and there are 3 people, and all of them want a piece of the cake. So once you are in the lead like this, it's probably going to be very hard for the others to even come close here. Yeah. So hope to see you on the next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.